Hey boys, I don't think anyone had this on the table for today. We just all of a sudden just get a here we go out of nowhere. So, Emmanuel Emegha will be joining Chelsea in 2026, pre-agreement done. He'll be joining from Strasbourg, obviously, and he'll be joining next season. So obviously it won't be in January or anything like that. This is the striker we're going out and we're securing for next year. So for me, this is probably the Jackson replacement, right? We didn't really get a Jackson replacement this summer, and they're anticipating, if Bayern don't buy him, we're absolutely going to sell him. Right, he's going to be in the bomb squad. There's no way Jackson, has a loan and then comes back to Chelsea and really does anything there, right? So for me, this is the sort of Jackson replacement, and now we've got three strikers really. We got João Pedro, can play up top, or he can play number 10. So it'll be interesting to see how we go about this, whether we start utilising João Pedro more as a 10, but does that mean Palmer plays off the right, or that maybe even play Palmer on the left? I guess we'll see. Maybe we play with a double 10, I doubt it, but maybe that could be something. Obviously, Delap up top, and now we've got Emegha up top as well. So, we've got three decent strikers now, all sort of different, unique profiles, right? João Pedro, bit more, team, link-up play, more technical, can play anywhere across the front four, really. Delap is that sort of physical presence, brings tenacity and aggression and decent off the ball movement, right? And Emegha is sort of that big physical presence, not so much in Delap in sort of aggressiveness, right? But he's 6'5", he's a good athlete, he's very fast, so he'll be good running in behind any through balls. He scores plenty from those at Strasbourg. So it'd be interesting to see what really happens, right? They haven't set a fee yet, so I'm not entirely sure how much we're signing him for. But I anticipate we're going to see a lot more of this, right? Like we've got Kendry Pires on loan there, and we've got Sarr on loan there. They're both going to come back to Chelsea. Now, I think Kendry Pires definitely has a place to play at Chelsea next season. Obviously, we need to see how well he actually performs this season on loan. It's a big one, but for me, he's already been looking quite promising and looking quite good. So, hopefully Kendry Pires has a good season. He'll be coming back to Chelsea. Now it's confirmed we've got Emegha. He's joining us as well. So I anticipate we're going to get more like this. Potentially, does that mean Schwimraker is going to go to Strasbourg on loan next season? I don't think we're going to sell him. His potential and talent is too high, right? So for me, I don't think we will sell him. But I think next year he'll be good enough to sort of play at least championship level, if not better. So potentially Schwimraker goes out on loan to Strasbourg. Obviously, with three strikers, we're not going to need it. And if we are playing João Pedro at 10, at least this is another, a body, another striker. If we're going to be using Delap, Emegha and Delap are more similar to then João Pedro, who's a completely different profile, right? So that's interesting in itself. So let's see what happens, right? I didn't expect this to happen. I thought we would sign him, but I didn't expect to just get like a here we go from nowhere. I was just thinking about maybe doing a video breaking down the Brentford game and what I think our starting lineup will look like, and just doing a sort of a preview for that, right? So obviously we've got here Emegha to join Chelsea from 2026 as revealed in June, and then today new striker for Maresca on the way. So let's see what happens. Obviously, we're going to be loaning more people to Strasbourg. They're our sister club, right? So we're going to be doing more deals like this. And then I also think we're going to be buying players, which we're doing, right? We're going to buy players to join Strasbourg, but really we're eyeing them up. Similar to like in CISO and players like this, right? They're going to play at Strasbourg for a year or two. And then if they're good enough, Chelsea are just going to buy them, and it's a sort of smooth, easy transaction. So it will be great for, getting these talented players and getting their careers. They need to play regular football, right? And we saw a couple of videos ago, I did cover that they were interested in Santos or potentially a Brazilian team, right? So looks like Blueco are definitely going to be signing more clubs, looking to maybe either get into the Brazilian market or somewhere in South America, just so it's not such a, to sort of divide how much of the gap South America to Europe is really big. It takes a lot of character for an 18-year-old all they've known is, say, Brazil or Argentina, and they're going to go straight to Europe. It is a big step up, but maybe if they could have a year or two developing in at Santos or whatever club maybe Blueco go out and get, that means they can relax a lot more, just get used to just playing football, elevate their game more, and then when they're comfortable, they're ready enough, they can come straight to Chelsea, or they can maybe even go to Strasbourg. We could have a situation where a 16-year-old gets bought and joined, say we have Santos, right? Joins Santos. He plays at Santos till he's 18. Once he's 18, he joins Strasbourg for a year or two, and then from Strasbourg, he then joins Chelsea. But we've sort of got that sort of pathway, similar to how Girona and Man City have that lineup, right? So I like him. Emega's a decent player. I don't think he's anything special. Like, obviously, you've seen what Liverpool have done with Ekitike and Isaac. We've got Delap and Emegha. It's not quite the same caliber of player. Definitely good potential. I don't think he's going to be a world-class striker or anything like that, but if we're talking, 6'5", physical, good striker, doesn't mind, playing off the bench, a squad player, doesn't have to be a world beater, and for me, that's what João Pedro's for, right? I don't see a scenario in which, potentially this could be how we line up, but say we've got Delap and Emegha as our two strikers, João Pedro and Palmer as those 2 10 positions, and then Estevao and Neto on the right. Couldn't think of the player then. Estevao and Neto on the right. And then we've obviously got Garnacho, Gittins on the left. So we've got like 2 players quite comfortably covering all positions. Or, unless they want to go Delap, Emegha. So say Emega's starting, João Pedro is a 10 and Palmer as the right winger. But then, for me, Estevao is clearly good enough to play, unless we've got injuries, but we can mix it up like that. So it's not a bad signing at all. It's quite interesting. I thought we were going to get him anyway. We've been flirting at the idea of him just coming straight to Chelsea, right? So it's not a bad, squad player to have, but I certainly don't think he's going to be someone who's going to elevate us to win the league or win the Champions League or anything like that. Purely just a sort of squad player for me, but pretty interesting. We'll see what kind of fee we're paying for him, but I'm not opposed to this. And who knows? Maybe next summer we still go out and get a striker. You never know. So things change very quickly in football. But that's the sort of news for now. I'm gonna go gym, train legs, and then I'm gonna do a breakdown of the Brentford game because we've got Chelsea versus Brentford tomorrow. Finally, football's back. No more international break. I'm going to go over rotated squad, but you'll see that in the video. But I'll see you boys later, okay? Peace.